Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit early. Don't you love my hat? It's going to go great with the theme that I'm going to be doing this year. I guess I better turn the music off, but I wanted to put you in the mood for Christmas. I just love Christmas. Somebody did a post on Facebook and said something about there's only one coworker that you know that just loves Christmas and dresses for it and does everything Christmas. And oh, don't you love my sweater? Sorry, it's not very flattering from that angle, I just realized. But anyway, I wanted to get you in the mood for my card class next week. I am so excited. I called the class Elfie and the Christmas Cups because it's going to feature the Elfie stamp set, and I'm going to show you a couple of cards with that today, and the Cup of Christmas stamp set. Now, the Cup of Christmas stamp set is a little bit more dignified. Actually, it is really cute. I'm going to show you a couple cards with that. And one of them was actually a swap that I got, and I love it. The swap was from Claudia Bradley. And thank you, Claudia, because I absolutely adore that card that I got. And we're going to use it next week in my class. So thank you. Anyway, I wanted to show you another swap, another little thing I did with my card using the Cups of Christmas. And the reason I called it Elfie and the Christmas Cups is because it reminded me kind of Christmas music, kind of a, I should stop shaking the table, I'm so sorry, kind of a music group, you know, Elfie and the Christmas Cups. It sounded very festive, I'm going to take the hat off, sorry. It's a little warm with it because even though it is cool here in Massachusetts, it's not that cool. So not quite ready, and sorry, it did a number on my hair. But anyway, I was trying to think of what it reminded me of, and my team member Anne said Kool and the Gang, so Elfie and the Christmas Cups. I looked up online to come up with some name, and it gave me Adam and the Ants. Now, I don't know Adam and the Ants, but she did, and I thought maybe you might too. So anyway, so this is Elfie and the Christmas Cup. So fun, happy, and I can't wait to show you at least one of my cards. So anyway, I'm not going to do a whole lot of stamping. I'm sorry. I may be a tiny bit punchy. I've been up for 21 hours. It'll probably be 23 by the time I go to bed. But I work overnight at the hospital, and I didn't exactly get a whole lot of time to plan out these cards. So when I came home, I got right to work, and it's taken me a couple of days, and I can't wait to share these cards with you. So I am going to tell you right now, my favorite card. You've got to pay attention to the host code when I flip you down, because the one person, or if a whole bunch of you choose to place an order, and that would be fabulous, the one person that places at least a $50 order is going to get my special card, and they are also going to get my a pack of holiday rhinestones from me. So there's only one way to get it. I want you to like the video. I want you to share the video, but the only way to get this card is to place a $50 order. So, and it's worth it, trust me, it's worth it. I have to say, my sister once sold a card on eBay for $70. This one would probably sell on eBay for $70. It's that good. So anyway, let's flip the camera down, and I am going to show you my cards today. And hopefully you can see the host code when I flip you down. Hi to whoever is watching. I will comment on you later. So thank you so much for watching, and we're going to flip down right now. There you go. Okay, you can see my host code right there. I think you're not upside down. So let me start with the card that was shared with me from Claudia Bradley. So Elfie and the Christmas Cups, this is next Tuesday evening's card class. And then because I'm adding a daytime class, it's the following Tuesday. Since I can't do the following Tuesday evening, it's my team meeting date. But during the day I've got time, and there are a bunch of people that have expressed interest in a daytime class. So this is how we're going to do it. So anyway, so look at this beautiful card. I just love it. They used the new red glimmer paper. They used the red rhinestones and colored it. they used the fun die, and I'm going to show you something. This is from the Cup of Christmas stamp set, and then the plaid paper, and I just love the plaid paper. And of course the embossing folder. This was just one of my favorite cards. It just jumped out at me. So hope you love that. That kind of gave me the inspiration for the card that I'm going to share with you in a minute. But so this is my card that I made for a swap. To me, this looked like Christmas as well. It looks like somebody's enjoying a nice cup of tea, a cup of Christmas tea. So I hope you guys will join me sometime around Christmas for a cup of Christmas tea, because we've got to take it easy and enjoy the season for sure. So anyway, this special card, I actually scored the paper right on, I know you can't see it, but right on the fold, I scored the paper. So it has to be wide enough. Let me see if I put the dies back in here, because I was cutting something so I can show you something too. Yeah, so here it is. This is the die. It has to be wide enough. It's the other one actually, because it comes for right or left-handed. This person is left-handed. And you'll see the benefit of that when I show you one of the benefits of the stamp set. So anyway, I put the fold within the cutting blade right there. And it's just like any card. If you're going to flip it up as maybe a circle with a message inside, a square with a message inside, if you're going to score the paper, let me just show you. Oh, I don't want to ruin that, but here we're going to go. You're going to fold the paper in half, and the die is going to go on the outside of that fold. And then what happens is you get to put a little message inside, and that's what I did. So a fun little message. I actually wanted to write a bigger message, but these cups are kind of small, but that doesn't mean that they're not great cups. They really are. So I made it as a tea bag. Just a fun card. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, the next card actually is showcasing Elfie. Not quite the Cup of Christmas stamp set, but Elfie. So I want to show you several things about this card actually. I made this card nice and easy by using the silver foil paper. I mean, we forget that we have those cards and envelopes available, and it makes it look so elegant, and it's no work. It's already ready. It's already scored and ready to go. So you can see that it has a little white area. So I put my mat just slightly smaller than that. I think this mat is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So I did this a hair smaller. I probably did it by 3 5/8 by 4 7/8 or something like that, just to make it smaller. I don't know if you recognize this paper. This is the frost paper. Feels like frost, or I think it's from that suite anyway, if that's not the name of the paper. But what I did was I took a brayer and some ink, and because it's white and silver, it picks up whatever ink I put there. So if I wanted to do green, and I did, it just didn't look right with the card. If I wanted to do green, let me show you that piece. I think it's right here. Here's the green piece I did. You can see what I did was I just brayered over the card with the ink. It picks it right up, it soaks it in, and then you've got whatever piece of designer paper you want right there. So, other things about this card. So I've got the silver card stock, or the envelope pack. I put silver foil behind it. I used the special frost paper, and then I also used the puff paint just to give it a little bit of detail. It's really hard to give detail with the puff paint because it still kind of goes where it wants, and you're going to see that this definitely went where it wanted on the last card that I'm going to do or show you. But anyway, I gave his cheeks a little bit of accent. These are mostly the colors that I used. I usually use the light petal pink for my skin tone. I just love that color. And then I use the light flirty flamingo, and I give color to the cheeks. And you're going to see, boy, did they get into trouble in the next card. So anyway, oh, and then I used my blender pen. I have to show you this. Maybe I showed you this last week. I can't remember. I'm kind of a little bit tired. But anyway, if you take your blender pen on the ink pad, you can pick up a little bit of ink and you can use that to color in your areas that you want to look metallic. So that's what I did with that. What I've decided is that I'm going to have one blender pen that is just for the metallics. Actually, I may need two because there's copper, gold, and silver. So I will probably do that. I'll somehow label it which one is which. This one actually, even though I was trying to keep it separate, somebody stuck one in both sides in copper. So anyway, there is a silver, supposed to be a silver side, and I put a little bit on the, right there on the ornament and on the little jingle bells on his shoe and on his hat. So that's that one. So let me show you. I'm sorry, this I think is going to be really short, but I wanted to show you this last card. And I just love this card. You've got to love this card because I love this card. So I'm going to uncover that so you can see the host code, because like I said, the only way to get this card from me and the pack of the holiday rhinestones is to place a $50 order using this host code. So I'm trying something different. I want to see how many of you enjoy my lives and want to place an order and you buy all this stuff that I did, that I used here. So anyway, this is my fun card. Don't you love it? Now, boy, oh boy, are these guys in trouble. You've got little Joey. He's on top of the cups here. You've got Johnny. He's skating in the whipped cream. Then you've got Bobby. He's covering his eyes because he knows that Santa is going to be really upset about this. Boy, oh boy. So you got, how did they get up there? They used the candy cane ladder. Don't you love it? I used the snowflakes from snowman season. I just stamped them in white craft ink, colored with the blends, used the puff paint, and like I said, it's a little bit hard because it kind of ran into the ink. It's a little, this whipped cream is pink instead of white, but anyway, it was a little bit, I was trying to get it like drips, and it just, the puff paint goes where it wants. It's very liquid. But anyway, of course I had to add Wink of Stella to the brims of the hat and the collars and the waistcoats. I can't even think of what the name of it would be. But anyway, the trim. So, and let me see. So this, I have to say, I kind of cheated. When I cut the candy canes, one of them is backwards because there is only one way to cut the candy cane. It'll cut out both sides, but one side looks like the back, and that's this one. But anyway, I used the adhesive sheets that we used to have to apply the candy cane overlay to the white. So it just makes it much easier. So I hope you love this card as much as I do. Boy, do I adore it. So, but I want to show you. So you've got these two cups here. And you see one is red, and this is for the right-handed person. And you've got this one in the Bermuda Bay, and that's for the left-handed person. So what I want to show you, if I have it here, this is a new kind of stamp set, and it's called a reversible stamp set. So you see here, oh my, did I turn it over? Not yet. Okay, so when I stamped it, I stamped with Coastal Cabana on my Bermuda Bay right there. But suppose I want to have a back to my card, to my cup, or just have the cup for the left-handed person. What you're going to do with this reversible one is you're just going to flip it over. All you have to do is flip it over. And of course, I'm going to stand up for this and put my glasses on so I can see where I'm stamping, but try and line this up as best as I can. No, it's not lined up, but you get the idea. So now I've got it for either side. Isn't that cute? I love how they did that. So, because sometimes your handle wants to face left and sometimes it wants to face right. So there's actually one with stripes as well. So, but I did want to show you all of the stamps in the stamp set. You've got your cups front and back, and like I said, there's not 4 stamps, there's 2, but it's reversible. some great, I wanted to say something like sending you a cup of cheer inside of the card, but it really was a little bit tight. It's actually a bigger sentiment than it looks. So I ended up filling it with a little Merry Christmas. And that's what was inside my little teacup there. But anyway, lots of dies. You can cut out overlays, the poinsettia. And there is one thing, I guess I didn't put it on the table, but I was reading someplace on Stampin' Up, and they took this poinsettia die and they actually put it behind here, probably something like this, and then applied the puff paint, and there is your whipped cream. So a nice little mound of whipped cream. So you can do that as the poinsettia, or you can do it as your little whipped cream mound. And I know there's going to be a little bit of controversy about poinsettia versus poinsettia, but I remember when Lindsay and Chris were both in kindergarten, they sold, as part of their preschool, they sold poinsettias. And I always said poinsettias until they had to practice saying, please buy our poinsettias. So now that I hear that, it's always poinsettia. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, so you've got the candy cane, you've got a little sprigs, you've got some holly leaves, little bow. So that's a fun stamp set. And then Elfie, all of these are on another block. Just love this. Oh, this was by $1 Million Achiever. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look at who sold that, but I love this stamp set. So you know what that means? It's going to be around in the next catalog, because they're usually around in 2 catalogs. So if you see that little emblem there, it's a safe bet that you are going to see this in next year's Christmas annual catalog. I can't guarantee that, but that's my best guess, because that's been the pattern. But anyway, you can have fun coloring all of these. And I do want to do one more card, and you're going to have to tune into my Facebook page. If you like my page, you'll get the update of when I do it. But I have one more card that I want to do, and I can picture it. I just haven't done it yet. I'm sorry, I ran out of time, but I think somebody called it a diorama, where it's almost like a scene card or maybe a shadow box type of card. So you got to tune in and see what I do with this stamp set yet. It's probably not going to be this weekend. My husband and I are going to Ogunquit, Maine tomorrow to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary. So I will probably not bring any stamping along. I'm so looking forward to that, but I will get it up hopefully before next week's live. So anyway, these are more fun stamps. You could have a great time coloring just note cards with them. You don't have to cut these out. It took me a long time to fussy cut all of these elves out, let me tell you. But see, on this one, I just stamped him directly. And you can easily do that and color him in. Now, I know Celine has done not only using the blends, but she's also done a Facebook Live using markers. And maybe you can tune into that if you want to figure out how to shade and highlight. I'm not very good at that. I don't have an art major, but I do have fun coloring, and I love sharing with you guys. So anyway, let me take off my glasses, and I'm going to flip back up real quick. But thanks for sharing, Donna. I love that you're watching. I had so much fun with this stamp set. There is more to come. And like I said, this is next Tuesday evening's card class, not the special card that you can only get if you place the $50 order in my store. And I'm going to leave you the host code again in the comments, but when I was flipped down, I had the host code showing there. But you do place a $50 order, and you're going to get this card and a pack of the holiday rhinestones. Actually, I'm probably not going to make more than one card, so I'm going to pick one if a whole bunch of you order. And I would love it if you did. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you live in the Massachusetts or New Hampshire area, I'd love to have you come to classes. I am doing them the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. When there are extra Tuesdays, I have bonus classes, so you can come for that. My assistant Ruth has been teaching some technique classes, which have been fabulous and well attended. And I have a whole slew of ideas for the rest of the year. I've got it mapped out until December 31st. So tune in next week. Love you guys, and I'm going to bed. Good night.